Hello, dzień dobry. Welcome to the sketchbook tour, or rather sketchbooks. Today I have two of them for you. Never doing two sketchbooks at the same time. That was supposed to be my personal sketchbook, but it became like the practice sketchbook anyway. The first page is art from my brother. It says practice. If I don't practice, otherwise my art gonna look like that. Beautiful. Hedgehogs from my family. The sketches are pretty old. I don't do personal stuff that often. I would usually do it in between other stuff or as warm-up, so I guess that's something I don't really share in my corner because I don't do that often. Just doodling my characters. Kind of miss drawing them. I like this page. Some ideas for future art, if I can get to it. I feel like art in this sketchbook, like at least the personal ones, are not something I'm happy with. But I try not to be too hard on myself all the time. I like doodling myself. That was for when I was showing Sammy how to color and I needed to color something. I like that one. Yeah, that's just a design, and then I decided to do another sketch, which I would like to finish, but I probably won't. I have specific pose in mind, which was somehow difficult for me to do, so I did a few tries. I'm still not satisfied with the last one. I need to practice more. The pose looks still a bit stiff, especially the arm. That's the moment I dropped the idea of personal sketchbook, and that's just more practice. Oh, sad blaku. Yeah, also since it's supposed to be personal sketchbook, normally I wouldn't share that. There's a lot of notes. Most of them are in Polish, I think. So that's where I try to draw characters in perspective. You will see me doodling on the side, trying to figure out what I should do. There is no saying in Polish. When Sean does stuff like that, it looks so easy to me. It's not that easy, but I'm gonna work on that. That's me getting excited about some ideas for bigger pieces, but I don't think I have time to do them. Also, you can see me, I did this one, but I find the angle of the character boring, so I note to myself to experiment with that. More thinking about perspective. Oh, don't mind that, I had a full time. But I do like those sketches. They're very specific, but I do like how the ribcage looks like in those. I'm planning for my drawing sessions. See, recently I cannot help myself but do like a few versions of stuff I want to do. So that's supposed to be reader of my art from 2006. I'm doing the project with my friends to redraw old art for fun. Yeah, I do like a few tries or thumbnails, but then I have problems deciding which one I want to go with. I think this one, and I probably, yeah, again. I'm probably gonna share the finished piece on the server later. Hedgehogs! More notes. Yeah, a lot of notes on the side. Probably I was in voice chat, and I think those sketches I did after I got sick and I had hard time getting back into art. So that's very extended format, I think. It's funny to me how I chose to do like the sketches from photos instead of my characters. Apparently that's what's fun for me right now. I'm not sure if I like them. Some of them I do, I guess. I like that one. Half of a man. That's a design for wall decor. So my friend adopted a baby, and I wanted to do a gift for her. This is something different that I would usually do. More of the same thing. That's something you will see in my other sketchbook. My problem with perspective is I sometimes don't understand what I'm looking at, so you can see me trying over and over again to get the thing correctly. I was probably in voice chat too because of the notes on this. Oh yes, the same thing. Yeah, sometimes I think the 1 point perspective is easy, but it's it's not that easy. Yeah, I think a big problem for me when I do stuff like that. You can see I put the billing just in the middle, and there's little space left for everything else. I do the same thing when I do art with characters, so the character will occupy most of the space on the art, and I don't really leave a lot of space for everything else. Oh, okay. So at this point I was in voice chat with Sean and Ellie. I don't know if Sean is watching that. If so, Sean, thank you for sharing the breathing technique with me. More of the same thing. At this point you see I do like the single sketches because I got a bit more comfortable with them. Except this one. Putting in characters in environment is still hard for me. Oh, the rest of the sketchbook is a mess, I think. That's a fun warm-up. I like that, but I'm not sure if that's from a photo or from another artist. I don't know. I time my warm-up, so either 10 or 15 minutes, so at this point I was running out of time. More notes. That's a fun page for me. That looks like something I would do before the mentorship, because I just used to just do the little faces and eyes around. And either Bones joined the voice chat or I was talking about Bones. Yeah, there's a lot of those. That's just notes or personal stuff. Probably notes. You don't need to see them. Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of notes. More thinking about perspective. I like that page. You can see that I'm very interested in getting that angle right. I do like that. I like that page. Yeah, very messy, but I do like that. That the end of the sketchbook. Yeah, it says it was wild couple of weeks. It wasn't the best time. Oh, okay. So that's me getting back on the internet to talk with my friends after I was sick. Got a lot of lovely messages, and that's Sean with packs. And that's all. Not my favorite sketchbook, but at least it's something. I don't want to stop drawing. Okay, see you in another one. Second sketchbook, let's go. Sorry for the shaky camera, my tripod is not tall enough, so I have to hold the phone. That's when I started with perspective, and I absolutely hate that there's no date. Never happening again. Yeah, me just trying to see if I understand each type of perspective. That's super fun for me to do. Though at this point I was doing it that freehand without the ruler, so that's probably not the best thing. It says this is hard. It's not that hard though. I like 5 points, so you will see me trying that more. Trying to understand how the characters would work in each perspective. dividing equal spaces in perspective. That's something I didn't understand on the first page, so I had to look that up. Had some fun with that. That's from a photo, and yeah, you can see me trying the 5-point perspective. Yeah, those are copies of one of my favorite artists' pieces. I never really practice perspective or put in backgrounds in my pieces, so I don't think... I want to say my head is empty. I don't have imagination on how to place elements on the pieces. My mental library is very poor at this moment, so I end up copying a lot. A lot of messy sketches, so that's just me thinking. I mentioned that in the previous sketchbook. My problem is just making character very big and leaving little space for everything else. So I have to make... I don't know what happened there. I have to make sure that it's not happening. Yeah, that's copied from art I like, and you can see me trying to transform it from memory. Oh, break. Some of them are copied, and some of them are my sketches to try and see how to apply the perspective. And it says I would like to explore some of the ideas more, but at this point I wasn't comfortable enough with drawing perspective. And you can see it was giving me a hard time. That's me trying to understand how to draw characters in perspective. It's very tricky, because that's not something I ever did before, I think. I'm not sure how to feel about those. I know when I did them, I was disappointed with myself. I was trying to understand how the characters would look like from different angles. More of the same, but I try to copy photos. It's much easier for me to copy stuff from something, which is a bit frustrating because I like drawing from my imagination. More sketches. That's the same thing I was doing in the first sketchbook, so trying to copy things and get it right. Yeah, I do like details, but in the past I tend to add details first, so right now I go for the general shape. That's also a copy from other artist. And then add details. I'm very excited to add details, so... but it's for later. More of the same things. The sketchbook is a bit messy. You can see me jump from one thing to another. But at that point I try to note to myself what I want to work next and save it for later, instead of just jumping straight away into the stuff I'm curious about. I was still copying stuff, and there was that one photo of room from above. And I couldn't understand what sort of perspective it is, till my friend came over and told me that just 2 point, but vertical opposed to horizontal, which I'm still not sure about. More of the same thing. I think I spent too much time on some of them. Wait, I just intended to do quick sketches. Yeah, see, I got excited about something I saw, and I dropped what I was doing and I went for it, so I don't want to do that anymore. I like the hands on the sketches. I'm not quite sure if they're correct, but I do like how they look like. More characters. Mm. This one I copied from another artist, I think, but I thought I can do the same with my desk, so I took a couple of photos of my art desk. Yeah, that's one from a photo. I try to do one from imagination. Again, notes for myself what I don't know. Yeah, that's me getting slightly confused about putting in characters in perspective. Oh, I had awful time, don't mind that, sorry. Yeah, it got better. But I didn't do much art. There are some notes of what I want to do though. I don't know if any of that will make sense. There's explanation one. I cannot imagine stuff in my head, so I had general idea of what I want to do. So I thought what angle of this I want to do. But it was hard for me to decide like how to put the lines to achieve that. So there is a few tries of that. And that's me sitting on my desk. And at this point I realize I have problem with proportions. So the desk should be taller. I'm too big. So I have to work on that later. Yeah, more mess. It's difficult for me to place characters. I think that was some sort of warm-up. Oh yeah, I copied that from a photo as a part of warm-up. And then that's, I think, the only page that I folded like from my head. I tried to put characters in perspective and see if I understand how it works and what I can do with that. Yeah, there is not that I'm not very good with composition yet. Yeah, there is a lot of pages missing from that sketchbook just because I cut them out. I think they were just notes or planning stuff, so... Okay. The more I learn, the more there is to learn, so I got a bit frustrated, but if I have time to complain, I also have time to work on myself. That's the end of this sketchbook. Okay, I think we need a short outro as well. I'm not too happy with both of the sketchbooks. I had a lot of going on in my life. I'm a bit disappointed with myself. I didn't do better, so the plan for next month and the rest of this month is try to push myself better, try out the new art routine I was working on, and put enough hours into what I want to do. And I want to do art so bad. So hopefully the next sketchbook tour I have something better to show you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was fun or interesting. See you next time.